Hi guys! So welcome back. This is Amber with Crochet. We are in my bedroom again because there's 4 kids running around the house and you're probably going to hear them. I apologize. I will do my best to edit it out if I can. Today is Monday. The week just flew by. Literally, flew by. I did figure out what was causing my memory problems on my phone. The editing program I use saves all my videos, even though I was deleting them off my phone. The actual copy of the recorded video is being saved on my KindMaster account, and that was like a huge portion of my phone memory. So today is Make Along Monday for the Garfield Make Along. Last week I chose some things that I was going to be making, which happened to be a bookmark. For those of you that don't know, Garfield is the school that my kids go to. We just had conferences today. Good reports for most of it. But they are a title school, meaning that 80% of the kids that go there are on reduced or free lunch. And so the make along is to help with like gloves and hats, scarves. We live in South Dakota, so we are, in most of the time, we are below what most people consider warm. A lot of this winter has been below 0, so like negative degrees, especially with the windshields. So an extra pair of gloves or an extra hat in case it's lost or they can't afford it is just an extra bonus. But we also make things for kids to have comfort. So like bookmarks, fidget toys, small amigurumi, the backpack buddies like Terry has coined, which are just little things that can attach to either a zipper clip or a backpack. And yeah, just small little toys, fidget toys, whatever. And they are given as a bonus that they can get if they're being a good leader. They give them away at bingo nights. They give them away if they are upset and need a comfort item. If they're in a classroom and they need some help being able to concentrate. So that's what those items go to. But anyway, that was a long introduction, and I'm sorry if I give that a dozen more times, but that's what we've been doing. This will be our 7th year. And Connor still has 4 more years at Garfield. And I don't know, maybe I'll continue to do it after that. But here are my 2 bookmarks. I used cotton on this. So this was the last of the ball. That's all I've got left of it. So it's like a rainbow cotton. And here's the first one. And I did different stitches because I just wanted a different texture so it's not all flat. So I did single crochet, and then I did a half double, and then I did single, and then I did a half double, and then single and half double, and then I did this ridge there. So I crocheted in the back loop only. You can see my line right there, and then I added tassels. It's really, really pretty. It's super soft because it's cotton. So that's. So I only got 2 done. You guys, if you have bookmark patterns that you think I should do that kids would like, let me know. I will be making more, of course, but so far we've got 2. And then with that same, let me draw. I'll draw what we're gonna do next week first. So here's my little items here, different items that I can make. And Make Along Monday is what we'll be making for next week. So let's see what this one is. Oh, it's a fidget toy. That's the first one. It's a fidget toy. My writing is atrocious, can you tell? A fidget toy. So I'm gonna look it up. We have had some really interesting ones come through. We had a snake that had a ball in it, like a little metal ball that would work back and forth. There's other fidget toys like they make for sensory needs, for like people with Alzheimer's. And so I'm gonna look those up and I will get something together for next week for a fidget toy. I know my kids like to fidget all the time, and so do I. I'm always sitting here playing with my hair and doing all that kind of stuff. All right, so the rest of the cotton ball that I had, I originally, nope. So this was the leftover of the cotton ball that I used for my mom's market bag, and I made a facial scrubby. Again, kids, okay. I made a facial scrubby, so it's in the circle, and you can kind of see I did it back loops only for a couple. There's a few half double crochets in there just to spread it out a little bit. So facial scrubby, it's not real, you can feel the little ridge, but it's not a big impact. But anyway, cotton, so really pretty. Or they could use it as a coaster because it's cotton, it'll absorb. And then I made a soap saver. You know those little bits of pieces that your grandmother, those little pieces of bar that your grandmother would save on like the side of the shower? Well, we do that too. And you can put it in a little bag like this. You can cinch it up and then use it as a washcloth. And use the rest of that little bit of soap up. You could use it on yourself or on, I suppose, your dishes if you want to. You guys, if you get washcloths that are handmade, use them. That's what they're for. We make them out of cotton, so you use them. Don't just let them sit in a drawer because they're pretty. Make sure you use them. Okay. I did get another market bag done, but this, I wanted it to be a large one, so I made the 36 stitches long. Made it the 36 stitches long, but my yarn ran out. So my variegated cotton yarn, it's super pretty, like pinks and blues. It's really, really pretty. It's like blues and pinks and purples and greens. It's a different shades than the other one. And then this was just like a big bulk pink. So yes, I know, pink, but it is wider. You can tell it's wider. It's supposed to be deeper, but I went with what I had, and you know, you do with what you got, because I didn't think it would look good to add another different color. If I had planned it, I would have added it maybe in the middle, but I ran out. So you need a lot more than you think you're going to. That's what I found out. Okay, so there's that one done. And then I've been working on market prep. So I'm probably going to title this Make Along Monday with Market Prep, because I've been just cranking out what I can get done for the sale Mom signed us up for. Let's see if I got them all. Okay, I think I got them all. Don't mind the crinkling. I put them in a bag. So we've been working on, I have these bright Bernat blanket colors. So I made peeps, and you know what, they're all a little different because either I'm drop a stitch or I decide I don't have enough yarn and I can only go so wide. But as long as you're doing a chain on the bottom, and it's I think a chain of 11 or 12, and then you have like 22 and then 28, 32 I think, or 30, I don't know. Anyway, there's a amount of stitches, so it makes it thin versus round, and that's what you need for your peep. And then your ears, you just make as big as you want. They increased on the sides here to make it kind of puff out a little bit. But anyway, and then you can use either black noses or embroidered noses, but here's the big ones. And here, two small ones. This is like a lilac, and that's like the darker pink. So I got those done. And then I have, out of that same kind of colorway, I got mini loaf cats done. Just mini, so I didn't go as many rounds as the normal one. And so this is Bernat blanket. And you know, you guys, I hear people complain about Bernat blanket, the old style, and I'm not sure. They say it's rough, but I guess I've never had any. I don't think it's rough. I think it's soft, so I'm not sure what I'm missing there. But and maybe that's because I've always liked Bernat blanket. So, but I made a dog. I freehanded the ears, and it's in acrylic, and it's in this like speckled. It's got different like colored speckles through it. I don't know. There you go. So different colored speckles, but he's got shiny glitter eyes. Stupid light. Okay. So he's in acrylic, but I need to make some more dogs because I feel like I'm cat heavy. So I need to make dogs. So we got that. And then I made my first ever raise. And when you make something, you just gotta make it, right? So I had a little bitty ball left of this gray. Like this is probably, I don't know how old it is, but we got the gray. I used an off-white on the bottom. Super cute, super easy. I think I followed something like whatever Happy to Hook Lisa recommended. I think that's where I got the pattern from. So it was a simple tutorial on YouTube, and I will try to link the ones that I've used down below. I'm not great at it, but I will do my best. But they call to add the tail afterwards. But if you remember, while you're working your way around the body, because you sew the two pieces together, you can just chain out, chain back in, and then go around, and then you wouldn't have to go back and add on the chain, which just makes sense to me. But so we got two gray, and then we have two of the darker pink with a light pink bottom. That came from a cake. It was like instead of a big skein, it was in a cake with a couple different colors. So you had this pink and that light pink, and then I think a really dark purple. And then, so we got these two, and then we got these two. Light, very baby pink. So there's a difference in the color. And my mom's like, oh, you're using pink. I'm like, bleh. Oh, the pink. The pink. Okay. And then this, I think this pattern is by Allie's Crochet. She just came out with it. She just came out with a duck pattern. It's free on YouTube as a tutorial. And my head looks off to the side. With Bernat blanket, you really should use a stitch marker, because you miss one stitch, or you miss off your count, or yeah. And it could be just because I put my eyes, they're not, you know, they're not center. They're looking off a little bit. So he looks off a little bit, which is okay, because, I mean, but he sits really good. Like, his bottom is great. You could probably tack down the wings if you didn't like them out like that. It's all really how you sew it down, and sewing is the biggest part. This is really, really neat. It's just a chain, and then, you know, 2 rounds of 6. So, and it makes a really nice flat little beak. She has patterns for like 4 or 5 different hats, but they're fruit hats. So you can make like a strawberry or a blueberry, like a there was a pumpkin maybe, and an apple. I don't know, but anyway, she makes it with a hat, so I have to do that yet. I'm hoping to make one more of this so I have more than one, and make them with hats, because I think they'd look really cute with like a little hat, like a little, I'm thinking a little bunny hat, but that's what I'm thinking. So, because we'll be past Valentine's Day, so I'm thinking we need to focus more on Easter, thus the bunnies and the other stuff. And then I hopped on the axolotl bandwagon. I have never made an axolotl. There's a lot of things I've never made. I've never made a stingray. I hadn't made a duck before, or at least not that kind of duck. But I hopped on the axolotl bandwagon. I didn't even know these existed until Minecraft. And my daughter had a Lego Minecraft that looked like an axolotl. So these are the feet. They're really cool. Now this is one, again, if you don't have your stitch marker and you're off a stitch, you really got to notice where you're placing your legs. Like that's a full-time job of making sure that your legs are centered with wherever you put your eyes, because you put your eyes on sooner than later, because you got this long body. You're not going to be able to get back up there and put your eyes on unless you embroider them on. But these are just surface crochet. You surface crochet onto it, chain, come back, chain, come back, and chain. And then the fin here is surface crochet. What else can I tell you? But yeah, it's a good pattern. I like it. It's super cute. And so, because you don't just make one, you have to make another one. And apparently they have, the pink is the original color of the actual animal. That's how it actually looks. And they're big, which is shocking. So I did orange. I had 2 different color oranges. And this is the same orange I used for bingo. Super cute. Now the orange is softer, and I guess this is the newer version. So maybe there is, you know, it's just, I don't know. But this one turned out straighter, I think. I think I might have had too many stitches in this one, but again, use your stitch markers if you need them, or a piece of string, which is what I normally do. But sometimes I get a hair up my butt and decide, oh, I can do it. I don't need a stitch marker. Don't do it. Don't do like me. Okay. So, I saw a comment on somebody else's video the other day about how one of the YouTubers went and made a video after another person brought out a pattern, and to me it's really complicated. Like, everybody gets an idea, and your idea you might have had 3 months ago, but it might take you 3 months to film it. Somebody might have had another idea, and you know, they're using inspiration off of something else that they saw. I think YouTube is big enough that we can have more than one person give a tutorial, and I don't know that you can necessarily say it's your pattern unless you've absolutely looked and scoured the web and said, you know, like, there's no other patterns like this ever made, which is getting harder and harder to do, because really, crochet is about shapes. You have circles, you have ovals, you have squares, you have rectangles, you have triangles. It's about shapes, and you can only make a shape so many different ways. What comes into play is your shaping of your different characters and the way that you crochet it. And the person that is teaching you. So you might not like everybody that teaches it. So then you might go to somebody else and look at somebody else's video, which is what I do. Like, if I don't like the person's voice and it's annoying to me and I can't just put it on mute, I will go find it somewhere else. Anyway, that's being said, I pulled this out of my head because I knew I needed a triangle. So I did a 6 and then 8, and I did my increases just on the sides, and then I went to 12 and I did the 4 along the sides, 7 rows, and then I single crocheted across. I slip stitched around to the other side, and then I single crocheted across. Actually, I slip stitched all the way to this side and then closed it up, and then did my my body here and started my rounds and then my increases. So this, I just knew what the body shape looked like. I know what a squid looks like. I know the body type. Now, had I thought it out more, instead of single crochets, I would have done like a half double and double, and that would have gave me the actual they have like a diamond shaped tip for their head for the squid, but I thought this was good. And then down towards here, I did back loop only, just to give it some texture. I figured that would help bring the body in, because the squid arms and legs are kind of in a little bit. And then when I actually got down to decreases on the bottom, I did a back loop only also. Yeah, back loop only also. And that brought it so it was kind of in the body. And then I chained, I believe it was 12. I did 2 slip stitches and then worked my way back down with a single crochet. And then for this one, I chained 22. I did half doubles, 2 half doubles in the first 3 stitches, and then slip stitched all the way back, because I didn't want it thicker. I just wanted it to be less curly than these. So if you do a slip stitch, it gives it a little stiffer look. So, and I use a 6mm hook with this. I used to use a 7 or an 8, but this, you can't see any holes. There's no holes in this. So my tension with Bernat blanket is okay on a 6. Sometimes it's a little tight, but most of the time it's not. So here was that leftover gray I had. I made him. I had like this much left. So I planned it just right, so I didn't have much left. So I made this one. Well, then you have to have more than one. I'm always like, you gotta have more than one, especially if you're market prepping. You want multiples, right? So again, I made it in pink. Lord help me. You guys, seriously, pink. So this is like a baby pink. It's the Bernat baby. And I used yellow eyes on this one. This one actually has blue sparkly eyes. I am not a fan of the discs. And again, you get what you paid for. I got mine off of Amazon, and it seems like every plastic, wherever they like break the plastic, has that little leftover like nub on it. It drives me nuts. I don't know what you do to get rid of that, or how you polish it or clean them up, but if you guys have ideas, let me know. But again, and they curl really super nice. So you can have them like they just curl up like that. And then now this one, I didn't make sure to have it horizontal. I had it this way, perpendicular. So his 2 legs are hanging straight down instead of to the side, which, I mean, I guess, I don't know. Kids aren't gonna, you can definitely tell it that I didn't get them facing this way. But I didn't want to go through and pull them all out. I mean, it was like 40 stitches. I should have just pulled it out, but I didn't, because I'm stubborn. So I'm thinking it's pink. It'll sell. It is what it is. So that's what I made. It made a lot. I made a lot. Mom and I are sending pictures to each other every night of what we've got made, and what we've got ready. So this is my market prep for this week, plus the Garfield make-along. If you guys have questions down below, please let me know. Sorry for the background noise, life and kids. And if I get anything done before Friday's Fitness Friday, I will try to get you a video Wednesday or Thursday. The weeks seem to fly by. Tomorrow we go to life insurance for my dad. We finally got the death certificate back, so we are going to go do that. And so my mom can get all that stuff situated. You guys, let me tell you, it takes forever to get that stuff, and you have to stay on top of them because it took like a week and a half for the doctor to finish the paperwork for the death certificate. And you can't get anything business-wise moving until you get that done. So you guys always got to stay on top of your health and your own. You have to fight for yourself a lot of the times. People say they're going to call you back and they don't, and you just have to keep on them. So all right, from the Loaf Cap Army, or the Peanut Gallery, as I believe it's Allie that says that the Peanut Gallery is talking to you. You guys have a great night. We will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Please like and share and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Thank you to all the new members. I appreciate you coming in and subscribing. Not members, sorry. Subscribers. And everybody that's been here since I started almost, I guess it's been 7 years. So it's been a while. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.